हरे कृष्ण। वंदे गुरुन् ईशभक्तान् ईशम् ईशवतारकान् तत्प्रकाशांश तत्शक्ति कृष्ण चैतन्य संज्ञकम् नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधा गोविंद गोस्वामी नामिने। नमस्ते प्रभुपादिय देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी ब्रह्मजननिस्तारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गे मद्गुरो मन्महाधन मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते। असाधु साधुतादायिन् अतीजटारक हानञ्च कदाचिन्मां ब्रह्मा Suram. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So, yesterday we were discussing at the end of the Kurukshetra battle on the 18th day, when almost all the soldiers of the Kauravas were killed, then Duryodhana was lying on the battlefield, spine broken, and he was lamenting very heavily. We can understand he was a Chakravarti Samrat, Yudhishthira Maharaj, king of the world, emperor of the world, and now he is lying on the battlefield, crying for water. Nobody is there to support him. And that the situation being narrated here, Yada vidhe kauravasvinjayanam vireshvatho viragatim gateshu Vrikodarabiddhagadahimarsha bhagnodande dhutarashtraputre bhartuho priyam draunigitisma pasyan Krishna sutanam swapatam siransi upaharat priyameva tasya Jagursitam karma vigarhayanti Jada Mridhi Kauravasindayana. Here we can ask the question that the battle was between Kauravas and Pandavas. Even though Pandavas are also Kaurava, but here Sutta Goswami is saying Jada Mridhi Kauravasindayana. Why he is mentioning Kaurava and Sanjay? Because from the Pandava side, Drishtadumna was the Senapati, commander-in-chief, and he comes from the Sanjay dynasty. Therefore, here it is saying Jadamrite Kaurava Sanjayana and Virasvate Viragatim Dadeshu. When many soldiers they attend Viragati, being killed in the battle, they attend to the heavenly planet. And at that time, Vrikodara Biddha Gadavimarsha. So, on the final day, you know, there is a battle between Bhimsen and Duryodhana. Bhima had killed all 99 sons of Dhritarashtra. Now this is the last one. He had taken the vow to kill all of them. And on that day, when there is fighting going on between Bhima and Duryodhana, Krishna is also there. Krishna is watching everything what is going on. And because Duryodhana had a boon from Mother Gandhari, you know this, right? So his body was like still. And how much Bhimsen is beat him with his club, still Duryodhana can come out very happily, laughingly, and he is attacking Bhima. And in Gada Yuddha, in club fighting, there is a rule that opposite party is not allowed to hit below the waist. So Bhima was sincerely following that rule. But it came to a point, so Bhima was almost hopeless. And then Krishna, he actually hinted Bhima what to do. He hit him on his thigh. Because when he came to his mother, thinking that Mother Gandhari has told that, my dear son, you have to come to me fully naked, so that when I open my eyes and glance over your body will be invincible. No weapon can touch you. When Bhima was coming to meet Gandhari after taking bath, and Krishna came and met him on the way. Krishna is a very interesting personality. That's why people who are not devotee of Krishna, they don't understand him and they find fault with him. Why this person who is born, is a part of Kali, should remain alive? As long as he remains alive, he is going to create trouble and only trouble. Therefore, Krishna had his plan. So he met Duryodhana on the way. He said, Duryodhana, what's going on today? Where are you going? He said, come on, you have to go. Such a grown-up man. At least cover the lower part of your body and you go to see your mother. Krishna actually tried to illusion Duryodhana. And Duryodhana, he followed Krishna's instruction. And he took a lotus leaf and covered his lower part of the body. And he went to see his mother. Gandhari was till then blindfolded. And when she opened her eyes and she saw that he is not fully uncovered. So at that time Gandhari regretted. She said, my dear son, what did you do? You should have followed my instructions. Anyway, she understood this is Krishna's desire. So this is how Krishna hinted Bhimsen that you hit him on his thigh. Then only he will, you'll be able to defeat him in that way. So he did so. And still then, Duryodhana did not die. Because there was another boon for him. That when lamentation and happiness will simultaneously occur to Duryodhana, he will leave his body. Now he is heavily beaten by the club of Bhima. He is lamenting. But where is the happiness? How come the happiness will come? So you can see how things are happening by the will of the providence. Sometimes we don't understand. So when when Duryodhana was lying in the battle, he was not able to do anything. Bhima not only hit with his club, he was kicking in his head, in Duryodhana's head, and telling him, see, you wanted Draupadi to come and sit on your thigh? This is the consequence. At that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj and others in Bhima, don't talk like this. This is not good. But Krishna was laughing. He said, yes, you should continue like this. Because Krishna doesn't like somebody who is acting against the religious principles. So anyway, so when it was night time, then Bhima and everybody left, but Duryodhana was still on the battlefield, was crying and lamenting. And at that time, 3 persons from Kaurava's side, Kritavarma and Kripacharya and Ashwatthama, they came to see him when nobody is there, night time. You can imagine what a horrible situation. All the dead bodies are there, jackals are crying and eating all the dead bodies, and here is a Chakravarti Samrat lamenting, crying heavily, lying in the battlefield, and 3 of them, they hurriedly came to meet him. When they came to meet him, then Duryodhana, he explained everything, how Bhima treated him. After beating him on the club, he was kicking on his head and rebuking him. So when Duryodhana, he explained all the situations, Ashwatthama, he became very angry. And in awkward, Kripacharya and Kritavarma, they are also thinking, how to help this man? At least before leaving his body, he should live in peace. And after thinking like that, 3 of them, they left the battle and they came and sat under a tree. They were doing Ishtagoshti. Now what to do next? You see, this is how the mind of the crooked person acts. When they are done with everything, there is no other hope. Still they hang on to their polluted thoughts and desires. They don't take shelter of Krishna. So they are sitting under the tree and still making the plan how they can kill the Pandavas. At that time, all of a sudden there was some sound heard from the tree. And when they looked up, they saw one owl came into the nest of the crow, and he started killing many crows. That's how Ashwatthama, he got the idea. See, when your enemies are asleep, that is the time you enter into the huts and kill them. So after that, actually, Kritavarma and Kripacharya, they didn't like this. They didn't follow Ashwatthama. But Ashwatthama, he wanted to do something for his master, Duryodhana. You see, these stories teaches us a lot of good things. When you associate with bad people, when you survive on their merits, then you also lose your chastity. You do not know how to act in a religious way. So Ashwatthama had totally lost his sense of religiosity. And he went to Lord Shiva's temple and he prayed to Lord Shiva to get a weapon. And Lord Shiva, he gave him one sword. And when he took the sword in his hand, now night time, he is rushing to the camp of the Pandavas where everybody was asleep. As you know, again, Krishna. On that night, Krishna told to the Pandavas, he said, look, now battle is over. At least tonight we sleep very nicely. So today you don't have to sleep inside camp. Let us go and sleep outside. Krishna brought Pandavas to sleep outside the camp and he was with them. Krishna never leaves Pandava. This is an interesting point. When somebody becomes a devotee of Krishna, Krishna protects his devotee. Therefore you will see here Krishna, Arjuna will tell him, Achyuta to Krishna, why? Who never fails in his affection to his devotees. Na chivanti bhakta jasya sa Achyuta Krishna. Means Krishna's devotees are never defeated. So Krishna always protects his devotees. So he took Pandavas out of the camp and other soldiers along with 5 sons of Draupadi were sleeping inside the camp. And Ashwatthama thought Pandavas would be here and everybody said, let me go and start killing them. And he started killing. They said in Mahabharata, he killed almost 1 Akshmani Sena. And then finally he came to Drishtadyumna, he said, I will not kill you with sword. You are the one who had beheaded my father. I will not kill you with a sword. If I kill you with a sword, you will go to heaven. I will ensure that you don't go to the heaven. So he dragged him heavily and that's how he killed him. And then he came where 5 sons of Draupadi were sleeping. At that time they were around 16, 17, very young children. And he beheaded them and got these 5 heads on his cloth, tied it up. Then he came out to meet with Duryodhana in the battle. He knew he was not able to behead the Pandavas, but here he said, Bhartum priyam drona yatisma prasyam Krishna sudanam sopatam shiramsi sopatam. When they were sleeping, he beheaded the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi. And why? And Bhartu priyam. He wanted to please his master. Upaharabhi priyameva tasya. He brought these 5 heads and presented to Duryodhana. But Vipriyam, it did not give satisfaction to Duryodhana. Because Jugupsitam karma, vigarhayanti. This is a highly condemned act. How can somebody kill the innocent children while they are sleeping? It is definitely not praiseworthy. And when he came and presented the heads to Duryodhana, first of all he came, he said, my dear Lord, now at least you can leave your body in peace. He said, what did you do, my dear friend? I have killed the Pandavas. What? Immediately, where was Krishna? He said, no, Krishna was not there. Then Duryodhana said, no, that means there is something wrong. See, Duryodhana, he knew well that as long as Krishna is with Pandavas, nobody can harm them. Still, Duryodhana didn't have the good sense of coming near Krishna and surrendering himself to him. One time Duryodhana himself told, he said, I don't understand, I know this is right, that is wrong, but it looks like somebody from within is not allowing me to do what is right thing. Yes, when you act in an adharmic way, you lose the sense of your responsibility, your duty. And Krishna will not support you. Krishna says, Mattas smriti jnana apohanam. Whatever you are thinking, because of the past karma, the impressions are there, he will just help you to be on that way. Unless we personally choose to surrender unto him. What is the turning point? Try to understand. The turning point is when we choose to go to Krishna. Then Krishna said, all right, now you are coming to me, I will take care of you. Therefore, in Ramayana it is said, anyone who comes near Lord Ramchandra, or Krishna also you can say, and raising his arms in the air, he said, "My dear Lord, from today onwards I am yours." Ramchandra says, Sarvada abhayam tasmai dadamyata pratanna. To such a person, I always give him protection. This is my vow. This is my brother. What is the difficulty? To go to Krishna and tell, "My dear Krishna, from today on, I am yours." And Krishna is ready to take care of us. That is what Prabhupada taught us. So when somebody does not go to Krishna, when he knows that he is in trouble, he doesn't know how to take correct decisions, because of the impression of the past karma is always bugging him, but he is confused, he should at least take this point, that now I need to go to Krishna. That's all. See, this is what happened. This is proof that Duryodhana, he was such a sinful man, he could not even think that he should go to Krishna. Here he is asking, where was Krishna? See, he has some time, he understands. This is what happens to people who are on the path of adharma, sinful activity. So, then Ashwatthama said, "No, Krishna was not there." And he said, "No, that means you did not behead Pandavas." Then he said, "Okay, give me the heads, I want to check whether they are actually Pandavas or you have killed somebody else." Because Duryodhana knew well that Pandavas' head cannot be broken. Then he took 5 heads, one after another, and putting between his hands, he started to press the heads. And all the heads were broken, cracked. Then Duryodhana said, "Ashwatthama, you should not have done this. This is the most heinous act you have done. Now, our descendants are totally gone. That means nobody will be there to be pinda in our family. What is this? This is the most heinous act you have committed." So, he wanted to please his master, but he became the cause of the death of his master. As I said, there was a boon when both simultaneously happiness and distress comes to Duryodhana, he would leave the body. So, first of all, he was thinking he has killed the Pandavas, he became happy. And the next moment, when he heard Ashwatthama had beheaded 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, he became very distressed. That's how he left his body. And in this way, now you can see 5 sons of Mother Draupadi are assassinated. And while they are sleeping, you can imagine what happened to Draupadi. Now, battle is over, only 5 sons were left, they are also killed. So when Draupadi Devi, she heard of the death of her sons, she was heavily tormented. And she wept, flowing tears from her eyes. Tada Rup Bhaskar Glad Tam Sanven Ahu Kiritamani. Then Arjun, he approached Draupadi and consoling her. How did Arjuna console Draupadi? He said, Tada Suchaste Pramijami Bhadre Jatam Bandho Shiva Tatayino Gandeva Muktair Vishikhair Upahare Apakramya Snasya Siddha Buddha Tada Suchaste Pramijami Bhadre. O gentle lady, Bhadre, he is addressing Draupadi, Bhadre. Tada Suchaste Pramijami. I will wipe out your tears. How? Jad Brahma Bandhu Sira Agatayana Gandiva Mukte Vishikhay Ubahare. So I am going to cut his head by the arrow released from my Gandiva bow. He is an Agatai. Who is an Agatai? Here Aswathama is an Agatai. In Vedic literature it is said, Agnido Garadashchaiva Sastrapani Dhanavaha Khyatradara Harashchaiva Sareti Agatayana. There are 6 types of aliases. Who are they? Agnido Garado, one who sets fire. Garado, who administers poison. And Sastrapani, attacks with deadly weapons. Dhanapaha, plunder riches. And Khyatradara Harashchaiva, occupies another's field and kidnaps a wife. So he had attacked with deadly weapons. He is an aggressor. And Brahma, he was a wretched Brahmana, unqualified Brahmana. So he is saying, when I am going to behead this Aswathama, in Agatai, Brahma Bandhu, by the arrow released from my Gandiva bow, and then Upaharat, I will give you his head as a present. And what you will do? You standing on his head, you will take bath. Then that is how I am going to wipe out your tears. Here a question can be asked. This Arjuna, who didn't want to kill his relatives, his guru, here he is going to kill his guru's son, Brahmana, right? Do you think Arjuna had lost his sense of his duty? No. You will see, he is saying, I'll bring his head to you. Actually, Arjuna knew he just trying to console Draupadi. He is not going to behead Aswathama. Later it is going to come. Anyway, this is the kind of glory of a devotee. In whatever situation they may be in, they don't lose the sense of their duty, what they should do, what they should not do. So in this way, after he consoled Draupadi, then having consoled Draupadi with various sweet, soothing words, then he took the Gandiva bow and told Krishna, Krishna, let's go. Then Krishna also became the charioteer for Arjuna now. And Arjuna, he mounted on the chariot and Krishna started to draw him. And he was following Aswathama. He wanted to kill him. He wanted to catch him actually. Tama patandam savilaksha durat. While running away, Aswathama could see from behind. Oh, Arjuna is coming with his kapithas, chariot, flock marked with Hanuman. Now Aswathama knew it's a very difficult time now for me. Kumaraha Vigna Mana Rathena. He was also going on the chariot, but he became very much disturbed to see how Arjuna is rushing towards him. And after some time, his horses became tired. They were not able to pull the chariot. So he got down from the chariot and he was running. Then Arjuna, he also stopped the chariot. He got down from the chariot and he started running. See? Because there is a rule in the Kshatriya fighting. If opposite party is without weapon, then you cannot attack him with weapon. If he is not on the chariot, he cannot fight from the chariot. So Aswathama is running, he got down from the chariot, Arjuna also got down from the chariot and he was running behind Ashwatthama. And here it is said, Parabhavat Prana Paripsuruvyam Javad Rudra Bhaya Yatharka. The example has been given just like Brahma or sun god out of fear from Shiva running away. There is a story narrated in the Brahmana Puran. Also there is a story narrated in Vayu Puran. One time, Saturn was also running away, being afraid of Lord Shiva. One time Brahma was running away, being afraid of Lord Shiva. And here, the Vayu Puran, Brahman Puran says, Prabhupada writes this, Ko means Brahma, who once became allured by his daughter and began to follow her, which infuriated Shiva, who attacked Brahma with his trident. Brahmaji fled in fear of his life. As far as Arka is concerned, there is a reference in the Brahma Puran. There was a demon by the name Padmanaya, who was gifted with a glowing golden airplane which traveled to the back of the sun, and night disappeared because of the glowing effulgence of this plane. Thus the sun god became angry, and with his virulent rays he melted the plane. This enraged Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva then attacked the sun god, who fled away and at last fell down at Kashi Varanasi, and the place became famous as Lodak. Lord Shiva had given gold to Padmanaya, and this Rakshasa was a troublemaker. He was going behind the sun, so there was no night. You can imagine, when there is no night, then how can people perform their rituals, right? Morning time they have to do their Sandhya Padman. So there is no night coming at all. So sun god became very, angry, and he burned his chariot. And then Lord became angry. Yes, Lord Shiva became angry. Why did you burn my devotee's chariot? So Lord Shiva attacked Suryadev, and Suryadev were running away, and he fell down in Varanasi called the Lak Kshetra. So this is how he was running away. And then, when running away, finally, Ashwatthama thought, there is no other way for me to be saved from the attack of Arjuna unless I take shelter of Brahmastra. So Prabhupada writes this Brahmastra is nuclear weapon. And so at last he released Brahmastra weapon. And when Ashwatthama released Brahmastra weapon, the flame of the Brahmastra weapon covered earth, heavenly planet, and the sky, everywhere. There was tremendous heat produced. And everybody was thinking, now this is the time of devastation. I don't know, Prabhupada is saying this is Brahmastra weapon and this is nuclear weapon. Maybe you may have some idea about what is nuclear war, right? A nuclear weapon is released, it's like it's going to destroy everything. It's like that. So Arjuna, first of all, he was not able to understand what is going on. The weapon was released, and as it went up the sky and started spreading the flame, all over. And Arjuna, then it started to attack Arjuna. As you know, when devotees, they become confused, they don't know what to do, they go take shelter of Krishna. So in that way, Arjuna, he took shelter of Krishna. And he started offering his prayer to Krishna. You need to learn this art from the devotees. When we face with the difficulties, how to approach the Lord. When Arjuna, he saw his life is in danger. Now he is approaching Krishna. What did he do? Krishna, Krishna Mahabahu Bhaktanam Bhayankara Tvameko Daihamanam Apavardasi Samside. Arjuna, he knows Krishna Tattva very clearly. Krishna, Krishna Mahabahu. He's saying, O Krishna, you are Mahabahu, means you are Almighty God. You give protection and shelter to everybody. Under your shelter, everybody is protected. And Bhaktanam Abhayankara. You eradicate the distress of your devotees. And Tvam eka daihamananam abhavardasi. Samsite daihamananam. The conditioned souls are always heavily tormented by the modes of this material nature. Material energy is always burning the conditioned souls. But what is the remedy for their deliverance from such burning? Tvam eka. You are the only person who helps eradicate their suffering in this material world. See, Arjuna is saying that those who are suffering in this material world, if they take shelter of Krishna, then Krishna can eradicate their material suffering. And then next he says, Tamatya Purusha Sakshat Ishvara Prakriti Para Mayam Vidasyati Satya Kaivalya Sthita. He's saying Tvam Adya Purusha. Adya Purusha means he is the original personality of Godhead. That means he is the cause of all causes. And Prakriti Param. Even before this material cosmos was created, he was still present. And Sakshat Ishwar means Arjuna is saying, you are direct controller. There may be some indirect controllers, but you are not controlled by anything. Sometimes we feel we are controller, right? And we try to do many things. But we are also being controlled. Very simple example. Those who come in the mood of controller, you see how you are being controlled by very small things. When you are driving a car on the road, when there is a red light, what do? You stop. Who is controlling you? Some external energy is controlling you. You have $1 million car with you. Nice road. Maybe there is no traffic also night time. You know, if you go during red light, then you will get a ticket. Who wants to pay ticket money? That's why. So everybody is controlled. And in Krishna's calculation, you can't see that red light unless you are a religious person. Krishna's red lights are very subtle. those red lights are seen by those who are devotees of the Lord. Therefore, Arjuna is saying, Sakshat Ishvara, you are the direct controller. Means everybody is under your control. Therefore, Maya Vedasya Satya. Here, Arjuna is speaking the difference between a conditioned soul and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the difference? The conditioned soul attaches the attributes of his body to the soul. That's how he suffers. But Lord dispels the Maya. There is a difference. And he is saying, Kaivalya Sthita. Okay, Maya Chit Satya. How does he eradicate the influence of Maya? By his internal potency, by his Chit Sakti. And Kaivalya Sthita Atmani. Here Kaivalya Sthita means Lord Krishna exhibits the fullest meaning of the word liberation, Kaivalya. The Kaivalya is fully become manifest only and only in Krishna. Sometimes in this world, some so-called leader will leave their body, their disciples or some other relatives, sometimes they keep their teeth, their hair, thinking that is Kaivalya. Krishna's body is transcendental, Satchidanandamaya. And when he is saying, you are Kaivalya means, he is actually worshipped by the liberated souls, demigods, and the conditioned souls also. He is eternally free from any material designation. That means Krishna is without any material designation. And he constitutes the totality of bliss. That means when you go and see Krishna, you feel happy. That is the definition of Kaivalya. That is applicable to only Krishna. That means Arjuna is saying, you are the one who can actually give me the solution. That's why Prabhupada says, Krishna Suryasma Maya Hai Andhakar. Jahan Krishna Tahanahi Maya Adhikar. Maya is like darkness and Krishna is like sun. Wherever Krishna, there cannot be ignorance. Just like wherever there is sun, there cannot be any darkness. So he is offering his prayers to Krishna by glorifying Krishna. He says, Soeva jiva lokasya maya mohita cetasa vidatsri shena virijana siya dharma vilakshana. My dear Lord, actually by your spiritual potency, you give religiosity, you avoid economic development, even the objects which can be, which can satisfy the desire of the living entities. Everything you actually give. You are everything, my dear Lord. And then he is finally saying that you have come to this world to eradicate the burden of the earth. Not only that, Swanam Chalamya Bhavanam Nodhyana Chasakrit. You come, you descend to this world to benefit your own people and devotees who are 100% dedicated to you. Swanamcha, Swanam means his own people, and Ananya Bhavana, those who are 100% dedicated to him. And you give them the way how they can meditate, they can connect with you. You see, Krishna, when he comes, descends to this world, he performs many pastimes, right? He picked up Govardhan Hill. He rescued the Brajavasis from forest fire, right? Can you just see how Krishna's pastimes are so beautiful? Night time, everybody is sitting after Shivaratri festival, and all of a sudden, dead at night, there is a fire all around. Now they are caught in the middle. Who is going to save them? Krishna, he just swallowed the fire in his mouth and he rescued Brajavasis. Such are the glories of Krishna. Just imagine, Krishna can save us from any kind of danger. There is no danger in this world which Krishna cannot eradicate. Krishna can eradicate everything. So, when Krishna comes and performs his pastime, Namabandan pastime for example, till today, every year in Kartik month, you remember that pastime, you sing, and you are getting liberated. See? Anudhyanaya chasakrit. Krishna, Arjuna is saying, this is how he is glorifying Krishna. Then you descend to help your devotees remember, meditate on your pastimes, and that's how you rescue them. So, now, my dear Lord, I don't know where this strong heat is emanating in. What is this? Where is it coming from? Can you please help me? What should I do? And then, when Arjuna, he took shelter of Krishna, and then Bhagavan Krishna started speaking. I will not read all the verses because if you read, then you might not be able to complete. Anyway, but Krishna said, you should know that there is Aswathama, son of Dronacharya, when he is not able to find any other means, he has released Brahmastra weapon. And he wanted to rescue himself, therefore he released the Brahmastra weapon, but he does not know how to retract the weapon. Just like you see, in the modern days, and this is how you can see the difference between modern day science and our spiritual science. Krishna is all perfect and Krishna's science is also perfect. Even though there is the indication in the Shastra that when war happens, the enemy party can throw Brahmastra weapon. And on those days, they used to fight in the field. Not that, you throw a bomb in the city, then all innocent people leave their body. That is what is happening nowadays, right? People who do not understand Shastra, they blame, they criticize, they should read this Bhagavatam. So here, when you release a weapon, like if this nuclear weapon is once released, then they don't know how to retract the effect, right? They don't have controlling capacity. They know how to destroy. But here, Krishna is telling Arjuna, he is unqualified to release Brahmastra weapon. Because unless you know how to counter it, how to retract the weapon, you are not supposed to release. Unnecessarily, you have to cause disturbance to innocent entities. He did not know. Pranavadha prasthite. When he was in danger, he just released for his protection, self-protection. But what you should do is, my dear Arjuna, you know the science of releasing and retracting. So this Brahmastra weapon can only be counteracted by another Brahmastra weapon. Like you have seen those who have watched this Mahabharata movie, When a fire weapon is coming, another fire weapon is going. Water weapon is coming, another water weapon is coming, right? So same, the weapon of same nature can conflict each other. So Krishna told Arjuna, you should also release your Brahmastra weapon, and that is how you should counteract the other weapon, and you retract both the weapons. That is how everybody will be in peace. See, those who blame Krishna, you should tell them, look, when the opposite party, he released a Brahmastra weapon, when he did not know how to retract, Krishna actually told his friend to save everybody. Why don't you see that? Why do you only find, why do you only blame Krishna? Or Krishna was a really very wretched man, He became the cause of this war. So many people left their body, so many bad things happened. No, Krishna has this plan. Anyway, when Krishna told, then Arjuna, he did so, and he retracted both weapons, and then Tato asabhya tarasa daranam gautami sutam bhavandha marsatam raksa posam rasamaya jata. After that, Arjuna, he captured Ashwatthama and he roped him just as an animal is tied with a rope. His hand was down and he bound him with a rope. And then he presented Ashwatthama to Draupadi. But while coming on the way, now again you see how Krishna sometimes he acts in a very funny way. That's why we also feel confused sometimes. Krishna, I don't know what you want from me. Siviraya dini santam rajabadhari kumbha praharjunam prakopita bhagavan ambujekshana. See, Bhagavatam is a very juicy scripture. So the Goswami is using the word for Krishna saying, Prakupita, he is angry, but ambujekshana, his eyes are as cool as lotus. When somebody becomes angry, have you seen his eye becoming cool? Becoming red, right? See, Shuddha Goswami understands who is Krishna. And Arjuna was extremely angry because he wanted to establish the religiosity of Arjuna. Krishna wanted to actually glorify Arjuna. That is why you see, when you read Shastra, if you don't follow the predecessor Acharya, you may get easily diverted. Every verse has got so deep significance. Just in this word you can see Arjuna's dharmanishta khyapana of Sri Krishna Bhakyam. He wanted to make the whole world know that the devotee of the Lord, even if they are in the midst of the danger, they don't act like a wretched person. They still act according to the religious principles. Krishna, he started speaking to Arjuna. Now he is testing Arjuna. Okay, what is it? Arjuna, this man has killed the innocent 5 sleeping sons. Just behead him. Don't just allow him to survive. And you have promised Draupadi, right? That you will, present his head to Draupadi. You see, Dharma says, Mattam pramattam unmattam suktam bhavam jadam striyam jadam. Dharma says, when somebody is pramatta, maybe he is drunk, unmatta, he doesn't know, he is unconscious, he is careless. Suptam, while sleeping, if he is a child, striyam, women, jadam, means he doesn't know what to do, what not to do. And prapannam, one who has surrendered, viratham, without chariot, dhitam, maybe he is afraid of his enemy and he is begging pardon with folded hands. Ripum, even if such a person is an enemy, no hanti dharmavit, one who knows the religious principle, they don't kill him. So this person, even he didn't follow dharma. That's why you should kill him. Then next point he is making, so prananja parapranai patusna tekhna khala. This is a very important point. People who survive, who make a living of their body at the cost of other living entities. Prabhupada is giving this purport, saying how people in this world today, they kill so many innocent animals just to make a living out of their dead body. This is very, very heinous act. And if such a person is killed, that is his share, that is beneficial for him. Because when somebody kills another person, then he must be killed. That is how he is going to be relieved of his sinful reactions. Here it is said, Raja hi dandastu kritva papani manava vidhuta kalmasa janti swargam sukritima jatha. When a murderer is killed by the king, he will go to heaven just like one who performs pious activities, he goes to the heaven. So therefore, Arjuna, you must kill him. You see, Krishna is speaking from Dharma Shastra and he is justifying why Arjuna should kill him. Even though Krishna again and again was encouraging Arjuna to kill Ashwatthama, but finally, what he did, anyway, he is speaking a lot, I will not speak all. In this way, he was trying to test Arjuna's religiosity. And finally, he brought Arjuna. Arjuna did not kill him, and he brought Ashwatthama and he presented him to Draupadi. You see, this person had killed Draupadi's sons. Now he is in front of Draupadi. What should Draupadi do now? You imagine if we are in such a situation, you will tell somebody, before you tell him, you yourself going to kill him, right? See, Draupadi is not an ordinary woman. Krishna, he always addressed Draupadi as his own sister. Draupadi was very dear to Krishna. And so Draupadi also understands the religious principles very well. Then Draupadi, she started speaking on the basis of dharma, principle of dharma. He said, Mucyatam esa brahmana nitaram guru. Arjuna, he is a brahmana. Brahmanas are actually spiritual masters. They are the preceptors. So please, just release him. Don't kill him. And then he is speaking the Nyaya. First he spoke on Dharma, then Nyaya. Nyaya means, actually he is saying, Arjuna, by his father's grace, you learned all the intricacies of the mantras, and you learned how to apply different weapons, how to retract them. All the military science was imparted to you by his father. Don't act in an ungrateful manner. See, now Draupadi, she is talking to Arjuna. Sarvasya dharma veda, so visarda pasandama. Astra gramascha bhavata shikshita jat anuprihat. By his grace only you learn. In this connection, one thing we should also remind ourselves, that you see, Krishna is so merciful, right? Those who don't follow Krishna, who don't accept Krishna, you tell them, my dear child, when you were born, who gave milk to your mother's breast? This is such a nice element of Krishna. As soon as baby is born, automatically milk starts flowing from the mother. Who is making such an arrangement? Do you think it is under the control of your mother? It is Krishna. Just I gave one example, that we should also be very grateful to Krishna. That is what Prabhupada is teaching, that if somebody has done something to you, you cannot be disgraceful. He's saying it is your duty to release him. In modern behavior, this point we should understand, how we should always remain grateful to Krishna. If somebody lends you $100, you say, okay, I will give you after 1 month, then you keep your word, right? That is justice. If you don't give in 1 month, then you are not following justice. Krishna is giving everything for our sustenance. Where is the justice from our side that we are responding to him? So Draupadi is saying, my dear husband, you have learned all this military science from his father. Don't be ungrateful. So finally, then she said, very nice instruction she is giving. So karma. She is saying, actually, this Ashwatthama is representing his father. You cannot kill him. Vedic Shastra says the children are born in the womb of the mother. And who is taking birth? Actually, the husband is taking the birth in the womb of the mother. This is a very interesting point. So Bhagavan Drona Praja Rupena Vartate. Drona is in form of his son, now standing before you. If you kill him, then you will be liable to be punished of killing your own Gurudev. Because Soeva Bhagavan Drona Prajarupena Vartate. So you should not kill him. Then he is speaking about the sincerity. You are dharmanya. You know the principles of religion. Mahabharata. Bhavadhi Gauravam Kulam. Arjun, don't forget, you are coming in the Pandu dynasty. Your dynasty is so glorious. How can you kill your Guru or Guru Putra? That's how you will invite all sorts of misfortune to your dynasty. Please don't do this. Wow, such a powerful lecture Draupadi is giving now. She has not lost the sense of her religious duty. And then finally she is saying, when my sons are killed, I know what is the pain I am going through. I don't want to see mother of Ashwatthama to go through the same feeling. Wow! If somebody says something to us, you become enraged, like we want to kill him. Our sons are dead. She's speaking. I don't want to see creepy cry as I am crying. Wow! When Arjuna heard all these things, then finally Yudhishthira Maharaj was there. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, yes, whatever Krishna is saying, Draupadi is saying, I support her. Arjuna, you don't kill him. And Nakula Sahadevascha. Nakula and Sahadev, they also took the side of Maharaj Yudhishthira. You see how this entire scene is changing. Arjuna had told Draupadi, I am going to kill him. Krishna said, yes, you kill him. And when Draupadi started speaking in this way, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, okay, I support Draupadi. Whatever Draupadi says, we should follow. And Nakul and Sahadev, they also said, yes, we agree with Draupadi. And then other ladies and other people who were present there, they all supported. Said, yes, we should do that. Okay? There was one person, that is Bhimsen. Bhimsen, who are actually, he was angry like he was very happy, angry. Nisamya Bhima Karitam Propatyashta Chaturva. Bhima said, if you all don't want to kill, just leave me. I am not going to do what is desirable for this time. And he wanted to kill, he was ready to kill Ashwatthama. At that time, now you can see, Krishna is there. He could see that one party could say, no, don't kill him. Another party is ready to kill him right now. You can imagine, when Draupadi is speaking like this, she wants to protect Ashwatthama. Here is her husband, Bhimsen. He is ready to kill him. What kind of situation would be? That means, definitely when Bhima is going to attack him, Draupadi will definitely will try to protect Ashwatthama, forbid Bhima. How can Draupadi, resist Bhima? She cannot. Therefore, Sukha Goswami is saying, Draupadi just a Chaturubhaja. This is Krishna. Krishna sometimes he is in Dvibhuj, and whenever it is required, he will immediately become Chaturubhaja. He is not like a demigod. He is not like a very powerful human being. He is God. Here is the proof that Krishna immediately became Chaturabhuj. He manifested 4 arms. With 2 arms, he protected Draupadi, and with another 2 arms, he grabbed Bhima. He said, Bhima, come down. Just wait. And then, Alokya Vadanam Sakyu Ridam Aha Hasanniva. Then Krishna, while smiling, looking at Arjuna, said, Arjuna, now you listen to me, what you should do. See what Krishna is saying. He is saying, Arjuna, Brahma Bandhu Nahantabhyo Atatayi Badharana. An unqualified Brahmana should not be killed. But an Atatayi, an aggressor, must be killed. Now, he is an unqualified Brahmana, at the same time he is an Atatayi. That means you should kill him and don't kill him. Very interesting, huh? And this is what I have said in the scripture. You have to follow my advice. That you simultaneously kill him and spare his life. Karo Guru Pratisutam Satyam. While you were consoling your wife Draupadi, you had told that you will kill him. Now you should do that. And Priyamsa Bhimasanasya Panchalya Mahyamevacha. And now Draupadi, she is saying don't kill him. And Bhima wants to kill him. And I am now saying, you know what I am saying. I am also by the side of Draupadi. Even though I have told you before you should kill him. That means there are two parties. One party was saying you should kill him. Another party was saying don't kill him. Now I want you to do both. This is how sometimes Krishna also puts us in dilemma. Right? You have to, protect this party, you have to protect that party also. This is a problem with the devotees of Krishna. They don't know what to do in such a situation. Right? But in this, anyway, such kind of situations when arise, you need to apply your intelligence and also take assistance of the intelligent devotees. And don't just listen to your whims. Oh, this is right, that is right. Here both are right? Draupadi, she is giving the reason why Ashwatthama should not be killed. And Bhima, he is also right. No, I don't want to see this fellow anymore. He should be killed. And Krishna is saying, okay, you do both, I want to see. Now Arjuna is not a dull-headed man. He knows what is right thing to be done in this situation. Arjuna sahasa jnaya harer harta jehirsaya. Harer harta mathasna manin jahar murdhanyam Vidasya Sahamurdhaja. Just then Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders, and thus with his sword he severed both hair and jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. What did Arjuna do? He understood now what I have to do. Bhagavad Gita said, Sambhavidasya cha kirti mranata dirikshita. Those who are respectable person, just dishonor for him is worse than death. So Ashwatthama is a respectable person, he is a Brahmana. And even though he is Atutai, so if he is dishonored, that is worse than death. So that's how did he dishonor him? By shaving off the hair of his head, and then he took away the jewel that was inbuilt in his head from his birth, and he drove him out of the camp. That's what it is said, that Vapanam Dravinam Danam Sthana Nirvapanam Jatha Esahi Brahmapanam Vatam Nanimastitahi. This is the punishment for the Brahmabandhus. There is no injunction in Shastra to kill the Brahmanas, the Brahmabandhus, Daihika. So here, you see, many times devotees of the Lord are faced with some challenging situations and they don't know how to find a way out. Like not only in this situation, actually Krishna had taught Arjuna before. In the battle one day, Maharaj Yudhishthira, he was injured in the battle. And he left the battle and he came to the camp. And when Arjuna heard Yudhishthira Maharaj is injured, he also left the battle. He came to see Yudhishthira Maharaj. When Yudhishthira Maharaj saw Arjuna, he said, Arjuna, how come you are here? You didn't kill Karna? Without killing him, you came to see me? Give up your Gandiva bow. I don't want to see you like this. Arjuna became very angry. He took up his Gandiva bow, he wanted to kill Yudhishthira Maharaj. Then Krishna, wait, what's going on here now? Krishna told Arjuna, okay, you have a vow that anyone who tells you to give up your Gandiva vow, you will kill that person. Okay? Yudhishthira Maharaj is a highly respectable person. You can just, scorn him. Just, say a few words to him. And then you can apologize him. And this is how you should kind of, manage the situation. So the point is, when a respectable person is criticized, it is worse than that for him. So this is how Arjuna, he chose this solution, and this is how cutting the hair from his head, depriving him of his wealth, and driving him from his residence are the prescribed punishments for a relative of a Brahmana. There is no injunction for killing the body. And then, Putra Soga Dura Sarve Pandava Sahakrishna Swanam Vetanam Jakrityam Chakur Nirharanamika. And after that, the sons of the Pandu and Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief, performed the proper rituals for the dead bodies of their relatives. And you can see in the battle, so many people were killed. Some were killed from the side of the Kauravas, some were killed from the side of the Pandavas. Now 5 sons were dead. So now they had to perform the ritual for the dead bodies. So this is what is going to continue in the next session. I just wanted to continue with the flow of the theme, and wherever there is some application part is there, we were trying to enlighten that part also. So yesterday I was not able to take any questions, so maybe today we can spend some time in taking, if you have any questions or comments. Yes, Madhu. He was Romaharsana Sutta, and his son was Ugrasrava Sutta, who is taking Bhagavatam. Okay, Balaram had installed this Ugrasrava Sutta after he killed his father. Okay, how it could be. Very good point. You see, I'm giving an example. Even this is how you can see the evolution of the religious reform, religion is going on in today in this world. There is an injunction in Shastra how one can eat meat. Okay? Dead at night on Amavasya day, they have to take an animal like a goat, and they have to sacrifice the goat in front of Goddess Kali, chanting The mantra, part of the mantra is called Mamsa, means I am killing this animal today to satisfy my tongue, and the next time he is going to kill me. Okay? What a dull-headed man. If he goes on reciting this mantra every time, one time he will wake up his consciousness. Right? So there is a way how people who are in the mood of ignorance can be gradually elevated. But some people, they say, see, Shastra says you can kill the animal and eat their meat. So, Nindasi Jagya Videya Namasuti Jatam Savya Darshita Hide Pasu Dhatam Kesava Buddha Lord Buddha can that time, right? Because he said, no, don't follow Veda. People are following Veda just to satisfy their whimsical desires. And he said, don't follow Veda. This is a proof. Right? Some other time you can see some other people like in this world, there are people who follow the path of karma kanda. You see, I don't know, maybe here there is not much or maybe happening, I don't know. Many people, they follow Satyanarayana Vrat. You know Satyanarayana Vrat? Oh, you know me. What is this Satyanarayana Vrat? Satyanarayana Vrat. Actually, they're supposed to be Bhagavatam. But people, they just read this story, and some people, they don't even keep the brata for themselves. The Brahman is going to fast for them. Yes. Pandit ji, आप हमारा सत्यनारायण पूजा कर लीजिए, व्रत आप रख लीजिए. पंडित जी भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, हम आपके ओर से व्रत रख लेते हैं. So Pandit ji not going to eat anything. He will come in the morning and he will perform the rituals and he himself is fasting. He will do all the puja and he will do kind of the reading of the story, and then at the end he will say, okay, I offer the fruit of this brother to my Yajman. Okay? What is this? Is this religion? People are totally confused. They are just trying to do something to suit their desires. Dharmasya yapavargasya. That's right, dharmo prajita kaitavatra parama. When he wrote Bhagavatam, he says, dharmasya yapavargasya. Dharma is meant for ultimate liberation. Nartathai kapampate, nartasya dharmaikantasya kamavavaya ismita. Religious principles should not be directed for sense gratification. Neither the money which they earn from or by performing religious acts should be utilized for cultivating sense gratification. That is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. So he knew, because of the lack of understanding of the true message of Dharma Shastra, people will be misled. They will be confused. They will be accepting the wrong path. In the name of religion, they will be into sense gratification. Therefore, we say, পৃথিবীতে ধর্ম নামে যত কিছু চলে ভাগবতে কহে তাহা পরিপূর্ণ চলে. In the name of religion, whatever goes on in this world, the totality of the religious practice is revealed on the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. That means, if one reads only and only Bhagavatam, follows the principles of religion that are given in the pages of Bhagavatam, then he doesn't need to follow any other scripture. Paripurna chale, incompleteness, instructions about religious principles being given in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, we also in the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, we give a lot of emphasis to Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, understanding Srimad Bhagavatam. Hmm? Any other question? Yes,
so, yesterday you mentioned, so Dhritarashtra, he was not good to the Pandavas. Yet he agreed to, or he gave 3 boons to Draupadi. Why? What made him do that?
You see, sometimes how wretched a person may be, a time comes when they know that no, it is not good. What made him is that because everybody is watching, no, that he has been so rude to the Pandavas. And this is how Krishna wanted. Actually, Krishna is guiding him to act in that way. If he is not giving the boon to Draupadi, then afterwards, whatever is going to happen, how is going to continue the story? The Duryodhana has to be killed. All these other kings who are favoring Duryodhana, they should be wiped out from the surface of the earth. And he wants Maharaj Yudhishthira to go to Bhishmadev to hear the message from him, get the instruction of religious principles from him. And finally, Yudhishthira Maharaj should be installed in the throne of Hastinapur. So there's a lot to come after. This is in the middle of the story. So that's why sometimes Krishna can also inspire them to do something. So the story is not ending there. We should continue. So all these things, you see, why did Krishna not protect Draupadi when he was being, disrobed in the Kuru assembly? He protected him actually. But at the same time, the story continued because this is how he is going to teach the world. Everything, in every narration there is a lesson for us. See, nowadays what is happening, people they read Shastra, like reading the Bhagavatam also. I am not a Kathakar actually, Prabhu, to be honest with you. I am not doing just a kind of story to do some kind of entertainment program here. Our goal is, we are studying Bhagavatam and our devotees should hear Bhagavatam and should benefit them. They should know, they should be able to navigate their life by following the principles of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the goal. We should, be able to enhance our appreciation, our love for Krishna. Otherwise, what is the use of hearing Bhagavatam? Right? We are devotees. Actually, if somebody sincerely reads Bhagavatam starting from the first canto and he reaches 10th canto, he will definitely for sure the love will be awakened in him for Krishna. So therefore, there are a lot of lessons to be taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. Any other question? Yes. Okay, good. See, sometimes Prabhupada, he gives purport to reflect some conventional aspect also. Like, generally those who are not devotees, Draupadi is a devotee, okay? But Prabhupada should not be influenced by the mild nature of a woman. When she is not a devotee, that time the husband should, be very careful how not to get carried away by the sentiment of a non-devotee wife. And at the same time, when somebody becomes a devotee, then she should also know what is right and what is wrong. And again, in this connection, we should not just quote Draupadi, now we are devotee, means, we put a stamp on ourselves. We cannot go wrong. It doesn't happen like that also. But here the instruction is, in common behavior, this is what it happens. Sometimes we get carried away by the sentiment and we commit mistake. That is what Prabhupada is hinting here. Like, somehow Prabhupada said, women are less intelligent. Some devotees, they really go mad at Prabhupada. What is he saying? Elsewhere, Prabhupada also has said that, no, this is not applicable to Vaishnavis, the devotees of the Lord. But again, you can see, do you think all the women who are initiated, they are on that standard? Definitely not. Many some are there. So, he is an Acharya, he has to teach us. Sometimes he is teaching us from the perspective of people who are not following Krishna consciousness, and sometimes he is speaking the position of the devotee who are in the higher status of Krishna consciousness. So he is speaking both. So a devotee has to understand. That's why sometimes some people they find, Shastra is speaking some contradictory words here. No, Shastra is not speaking contradictory words. You need to find the solution. Therefore you need a guru, spiritual master. Whenever there is some confusion. Otherwise you keep on hallucinating on yourself and you invite more trouble to your own self. If you have surrendered yourself to Guru, okay, here is a Guru, I know. He is a bona fide Guru. Now I surrender unto him. After I surrender, then whatever Guru says, I should follow. Because I know I have tested him before surrendering to him. I should not surrender to somebody on the basis of sentiment because he says nice words to me whenever he sees me. He smiles at me whenever he sees me. This is not a calibration of it. Guru means heavy. Sometimes he will chastise his disciple. And then when we have such a spiritual master, then these things are not going to trouble us. Many times for the sake of accepting Guru, we accept Guru, and then when it comes to getting chastised, no, I cannot tolerate this Guru. Because I have a different desire. So Guru is speaking both. We need to understand what he is speaking to us in this particular context. When we understand, then everything will be alright. Does it make sense? Yes. Okay. Last question. Any other devotee have any further question? Otherwise, okay. Okay, then we will not take your question. Yes, Padmanaya. She is asking that yesterday you were saying somebody who meets with an accident, sudden death, or commits suicide, then they become ghost. So what happens to a devotee if he leaves his body all of a sudden? Maybe he meets with an accident, what will happen to him? Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Janjam Bhapi Sman Bhavam Tyajatyante Kalebram Tam Tamayva Iti Kunteya Sada Tadbhava Bhavita. Elsewhere he is saying, Ye Yathamam Prapadyante Tam Tathaiva Bhajamyaham. Now you find out the solution. That means general instruction is Jab jab vapi smaran bhava, whatever state of consciousness one had at the time of leaving one's body, you return to their consciousness. If somebody just has started Krishna consciousness, he has not become so surrendered, so devoted, not very close, okay? Whatever state of consciousness is, he will return to their destination, okay? Then somebody, definitely he is fully surrendered, he has been practicing Krishna consciousness for many, many years, and he doesn't know anything else but Krishna. Okay, something happens, maybe he meets with a certain accident. Krishna says, I will protect him, because he has given most of his life. And he said that if at the time of leaving his body, a devotee is not able to remember Krishna, Krishna will come near him and he will help him to remember him. So, it is not that one principle is applicable to all. That's why I gave two answers. Got it? Okay. Yes. Want to ask?
We have been repeatedly seen that Pandavas, whenever they are in trouble, Krishna saved them.
Yeah.
But in this case, when Pandavas' sons are killed, why did Krishna protect them?
Krishnena adbhuta karma. Krishna's adbhuta karma is going to come out. If Krishna didn't protect them, and if he had protected them, then how all these things going to continue? This is how you see, it's a very, not only this you see. Okay, then I'll ask you a question. Why not just Krishna decide one day he bring Yudhishthira Maharaj, just install him in the throne? He could do it, right? Just finish everything.
I understand.
Listen.
The point over here is like, whatever problems they faced were from different points of view.
Yeah.
When you say about a parent, when you say son, they are like a life of, gets their own life.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
See, I'll give you an example of the common word. You see, Krishna is Bhagavan, but whatever he does to teach us, to educate us. I'll give you a common example. In a family, sister-in-law has entered the house after marriage, and mother-in-law is there, and daughter is also there, mother's daughter, and daughter-in-law is also there. I am talking from a very gentleman point of view. If mother-in-law finds that daughter-in-law is making some mistake, she is not going to directly get on her case. She will indirectly teach her daughter-in-law by chastising her own daughter. Okay? Similarly, sometimes Krishna, he would, apparently speaking, putting his devotees into suffering condition, but what? To teach others. Because he can deal with his own people. Other people cannot take it. So whatever episode happens, that happens for teaching the common people. Again, there is another explanation given by the acharyas. Why do sometimes devotees they suffer when they take shelter of Krishna? This is the point actually. Your question is devotee, why they have to go through this suffering? Because sometimes Krishna willfully gives suffering to his devotees to increase their dependency on Krishna. He wants to intensify his relationship with them. Sometimes one person, he will chant for many, many lifetimes. Not that after one lifetime Krishna will bring. He will make this person to take birth again and again and chant Hare Krishna mantra for many lifetimes because he wants to enhance his loving relationship with his devotee. So sometimes he does that to enhance the loving reciprocation between him and his devotee. So that's why he is Adbhuta Karma. What he does, nobody knows. Only he knows why he is acting like that. But then Acharya explained. So we have to see from different angles what can be applied in this circumstance. Okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now I think we have gone 5 minutes beyond our given time, so we should conclude our session here today and see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Amar Puran Srimad Bhagavatam ki Samaveta Bhakta-vrinda ki, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you very much Padmanaya and Prabhuji. Again, and this nectar will keep on flowing during this week. Same time tomorrow, 7 to 9. So we are expecting again that you can come and you can bring your friends and family as well. It's been said that even if you invite someone and try sincerely inviting someone to the Bhagavatam class, you will get that half of his pious activity or whatever. So do that. Even if it's try, so do it that. And again, we are serving prasadam in the take-out boxes because of the COVID protocol. Take your boxes, all the dinner is outside, so while you are way out, you can grab your prasadam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.